Hi guys, beautiful community. G'day, g'day. How are you all feeling? G'day's Australian for hello. I can make fun of this on my mother tongue. Beautiful. So it always seems that I'm filming close to sunset. Don't know why. I had requests for, do you know, Bettina, can we do this teacup thing, this shoulder opening, this wrist opening that we do in class? Yeah, of course we can do that. So this isn't claiming to be a full practice. Yeah. So I'm assuming you just check this in to be able to take this on its own, of course, as a movement drill. If you want to have this as a full yoga practice, just grounding, intention setting, coming into stillness, coming into your breath, perhaps warming up with a few sun salutations, and then of course always have Shavasana at the end. Yeah, so we're getting started. We're getting comfortable into a kneeling position here. Yeah, kneeling. We're moving into opening our wrists. The idea behind this is that the information we get into our brain through our hands, our feet, and our eyesight is paramount. It's allowing us to increase the awareness in our practice on a physical level. So I'll start with the left just because that's closer to the camera. The idea is that you would like to draw circles with your wrist. Is this your wrist? Yes, but at some stage you're like, okay, but if I'm staying here on my wrist, it's not going to happen. So you have permission to then roll onto your thumb and complete that circle. Yeah. So as long as we're in touch with the wrist, the fingers, the hand, somehow this counts as a circle. So the idea is, without further ado, you move your elbow, you move your shoulder joint, and eventually you move your whole body. Now this is instead of cat and cow. You can go, oh yeah, I'll take this into my practice, or this is how I warm up. And then I go into my salutations. As I mentioned before, then the awareness increases. Where are my shoulder blades? How does my upper body feel in downward facing dog? Have we changed direction? And as you can see, I'm going forwards and backwards. I'm going diagonally. I'm really enjoying this almost full body movement. If you want to do this a little bit more dramatic, hello, don't, whoop, this is the other side. Don't hold back, okay? One hand. The thinkers of us, we will analyze that. We will think about this. That's where the beauty of yoga comes in. That's why I love it. It takes me out of my analytical mind and into the feeling. Yeah, beautiful. Other side, I'll show you this way, closer to the camera again. Yeah, we're getting to here and you go, no more circle, Bettina. And then you go just, yeah, okay, let the thinking leave you. Let this just be a physical bodily movement, changing direction. Yeah, if you're hesitant, if you're new to this, you kind of focus in on here and only this moves. Or you make this a little bit more dramatic and go, oh, my supporting shoulder warms up as well. The other side warms up. Can you see there is movement in my hips? There is movement in my spine. Yeah, if we change direction. I'm warming up. I think I have to take my corporate t-shirt off in a moment. And then, the extra beauty here, both hands at the same time. Is this even possible? Uh-oh, now the hips can't go left and right at the same time. What are we going to do? Whew. Yeah, external rotation of the shoulders and of the wrist is certainly easier, but internal is useful as well. See how my body moves? You can do this really quietly. You don't have to move anything else, but why not? Why not be playful? I'm not going to alter this. This is what it is. Oh, feel it. Awesome. Now notice how this feels in your downward facing dog. Yeah, palms of the hands, you do your beautiful setup, you do your measurement, or you just feel into it. Downward facing dog. Oh, the wrists are alive. So when that feeling sense come off, What am I supposed to do in downward facing dog? Where am I grounding down? Hands, palms of the hands, index finger knuckle grounding down. And that sense of corkscrewing the palms of the hands into the floor. I'm exaggerating this sort of thing, this sort of opening the jar. Notice how that feels now, as if your body understands it. You feel alive. The arms feel alive, and your shoulder blades and your back already feels more alive and feels more connected than if we won't do that movement. All right, let's go a little further. I've got to undress here. Sorry. I'm not going to edit that out. It's just part of what we do. If you have to take your jumper off, so be it. Part of yoga practice, part of life. Hope that's out of there. No, it's not. Oh dear. Anyway, good. So now we're going to take this a little further. Your elbow joint can't move that way. It's just, up and down. But the shoulder can again go circular. So let's do a circular movement in your shoulder. We'll do up and down, elevation and depression first. So elevating the shoulders in your tabletop position, beautiful, like this, and then depress them down. If we were to kneel, this would be like shrugging them up and then depressing them down. Yeah? So up and down, up and down. On all fours, how does it look? Up and down, up and down. Yeah, hunching the shoulders. Beautiful. And then away. Just become aware of how this feels. I'll give you just a few more breaths here and go, all right, yeah, okay, okay. The relation of the arms is different against the torso. Yeah, but the shoulders are the same. You get it? Depression, elevation. Depression, elevation. Depression, elevation. Regardless of where you have your hands, your arms. Beautiful. That's the easy bit. And then protraction and retraction, or outwards and inwards, outwards and inwards. So inwards is like that, when we collapse in chaturanga, like shoulder blades in towards each other, and then shoulder blades broad. Yeah, so a rounding of the spine, and then a dipping in, opening the chest, closing the chest, or sternum goes forwards, and then it goes backwards. Yeah? It's a feeling thing. Have a little feel. Up with that sternum, away with the shoulder blades from the midline, from the center. Feel how they move away from each other. It's like the back broadens, and then they come in towards the spine. Oh, your sternum dips down, the shoulder blades dip down, everything else stays the same. It's marvelous to be able to actually understand logically, and then of course feel how the shoulder blades move against your back. Yeah, and you don't have to know the anatomical description at all. Protraction is pro goes away, and retraction, yeah, into the spine and out of the spine. It's not a big movement. I'll make it sound as if it was huge, but it's palpable. That's it, isn't it? And now we're going to remember up and down, out, in, hang on, out and in, and out and in. And now we do a circle. And then that whole wrist movement, which you can take into a full body movement, and that shoulder movement, which you can also take into a full body movement. I mean, be expressive. And then downward facing dog's like, whoa. It's like, chili sauce or something on your back. It's like, whoa, now I feel. And when the teacher says, hello, let's feel it before we do anything else. When we talk about, corkscrewing the hands, upper arms rolling outwards or triceps moving in, making space for the back, this is like, oh, now I know, Ramasha, what do they mean? space for the back, space for the neck, making space. Now that you feel your shoulder blades being alive, now you can feel what it feels like to make space and also logically understand it. The two have to work in unison. Ooh, nice one. And now, to give the icing on the cake, and that's what we do in class, we'll do this in a circular movement. Yeah, I think you can see it better sideways. Yeah, circular, this up and down, in and out movement. Aha. I'll go, where do I go first? I go up, elevation, outside, protraction, depression, and then sinking up. So the movement is circular. And then we're going in the other direction. You gotta feel it. Yeah. If we're doing it slow, it's like, oh, stuck. Up, out, protraction, down, retraction. Feel your shoulder blades like chicken wings, and you change direction, and you can still take the full body into the equation. Yeah, good. Or you can start out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up. It's not really a circle for me. Oh, and then we go the other way, up and out, and up and in, and out and down. Oh, do you have a preferred rhythm? Out, down, in, up. So that's up, out, down, in. That's a bit more square. Just make it moving. Oh, so this is how your shoulder, that's a movement of your shoulder blades. Up and down. It's not going to be a circle. So up and out and down and in. Yeah. Circular motion. Circular motion. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, oh dear. I wasn't going to teach, music. Making sense? Let's be playful. It makes sense eventually. So you know those basic movements of the shoulder blades, and you draw them into a circle, and then you come into downward facing dog. And then you can do a few fancy bits in your downward facing dog, but let's become still. Let's notice your breathing. Let's roll the upper arms outwards. Let's feel that connection to the earth with the feet, with the hands. Notice, maybe for the first time ever, these shoulder blades against your back. Huge part of downward facing dog. You can't feel your shoulders, your shoulder blades against your back. If that back doesn't feel alive, if there is no feeling sensation, then all these open, making space, lengthening doesn't really make a lot of sense in the body, and of course not in the mind. So, if anything, it was a nice warm up. It was nice, movement of the shoulders. Coming out of that stickiness. Yeah. So you can play this back and forth and go, okay, let's analyze how do the shoulders move, and then let's feel it. Okay, understood. And then let's come into downward facing dog and feel what a difference it makes. And of course, it goes into other postures, helps it in stance in good stead in other postures as well. Hope that was useful. So if that was your practice, you would go, just a few more downward facing dogs, or you just may want to just hold the posture for longer. Focus on your breathing. Yeah. See this as your practice. Have a little shavasana, maybe a little pranayama, a little seated meditation, and then that's your practice. Yeah. Use it wisely. Use it in a way that supports you. It's not about what the book says, what everyone else says, what I say. It needs to be relevant to you, needs to feel useful to you. Don't forget shavasana. Hope it was useful. Subscribe to the channel, leave me a message, and throw me a few more requests. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. Well, afternoon in my country. Be well. Namaste. Ciao. Okay, I'm not trimming this. Au revoir.